FNIS!
Hi guys, and welcome to another Skyrim mod review, and today I want to take a look at the mod All Geared Up. What the mod does is takes advantage of the ini tweak, All Geared Up equals 0, which allows you to apply favorited weapons to your character all at once. So here you can see I have 3 weapons favorited. I have my crossbow, my sword, and my dagger, and they're all appearing on my character. However, let's just have a look at my hotkeys. Okay, so however, if you say equip the crossbow and then flick quickly to the sword by pressing the other hotkey button for the sword, you can see that they've molded together. If I then try and equip the dagger as well, they're all now equipped at once, which creates a very interesting looking weapon, but it's very, very game breaking and looks quite horrible. So yeah, this mod, All Geared Up, aims to fix this by basically unequipping weapons before you equip the other one using SKSE as its script extender. So let's put these back on the character, and you can see it's just done something absolutely crazy and sheathed everything all into one spot, and I've still got the sword and the dagger in my hand, and it's just very messy really. The only way to fix this is to just go into your favorites, just re-equip everything until they appear on the character once again, and then you're back to square one and you can safely re-equip your weapons. However, with this mod that I'm about to show you, you won't have to do that. The other issues that arise from this ini tweak happen with NPCs, where they'll equip a crossbow and a dagger and things like that at the same time as well. So the mod actually fixes that issue as well as issues with vampire lords and werewolves. Okay, so just before I show you the mod, I will show you the problem change to beast form. And there you can see I'm a werewolf with a crossbow and a sword and a dagger sticking out of me. Looks pretty damn stupid, and it's not really that cool really, is it? It looks a bit crap. So the mod will also fix this. Right, so the mod is now installed. It's a simple case of activating with Nexus Mod Manager, or if you're doing a manual install, copy into your data file and put the ESP in, and make sure it is ticked with whatever loader you use. So before you start using the mod, you do need to set it up using the MCM menu. If you don't have the MCM menu or SkyUI for any reason, there is a console command which is appearing right here at the top right, which will allow you to do the same setup sequence. So if we scroll down here on the right hand side, go to initial setup, just click it, highlight it, and then exit the MCM menu, and we'll get a message pop up. Now if you put that code in, this is what will happen. This message will pop up. So you need to favorite a weapon called All Geared Up token for this mod to work properly. The inventory menu will open automatically once this message is closed. Favorite the aforementioned item and close the inventory menu. The inventory menu will keep opening until you favorite the items. So let's continue. The inventory is now opened up, and there's the All Geared Up token, which actually also appears in your weapons section. Just favorite that. Exit the inventory menu. The All Geared Up token has been removed, so which means it's been applied, and we should be good to go. Right, so now that's been activated, let's have a look to see everything works as it should. There are a few issues when using this, because it does overhaul the hotkeys slightly. As you can see, when I press my favourites button, it does flick in and out. What you have to do is now hold that button down, and then you'll have access to everything that way. It depends on your computer, your system setup, and all the other mods you have installed as well, with compatibility issues with this mod. But as you can see, in a minute, it is actually worth installing this mod if you like to have this look on your character. So let's just check my hotkeys. Okay, so that's 1, that's 3, and that's 2. So crossbow. Let's equip the crossbow. Okay, well, let's equip the whatever is on 2. Sword. And I think the dagger is on 3. So far, so good. No crossing over of any models. Let's try again. And now let's do a switch to the sword. Like so. So you can see there is a slight delay. It's not as quick as it would be. But we have the sword out and it's not crossed over with the crossbow. which was what was happening previously. So let's resheathe that. Let's get the dagger out, like so. And now that the dagger is out, let's switch to the crossbow, like so. And now the crossbow is equipped. Before that would not have happened. There would have been a few issues there where I would have probably equipped the crossbow and the dagger. Switch to the sword. As you can see, it does take a little bit of time, and again, that depends on what other scripted mods you have installed. As you can see from my MCM menu, I have quite a few that are going to be scripted. As you can see, there is a lot there. So let's go slowly through that menu, see if you can see any that you probably use, which may slow down this mod. Okay, so what the mod is doing in this process is it's unequipping the crossbow and removing it from the character just before you equip the sword, which is what the delay is. By doing that, it ensures that the models do not collide with each other when you equip the weapons, which is a really neat fix, and it also works on the guard NPCs as well. You won't see them dual wielding a dagger with a crossbow through it. It fixes that issue as well. It also fixes issues when going into Vampire Lord mode and Werewolf mode as well. When you have a weapon equipped, that weapon will no longer be stuck to your character. There's also several debugging functions with this mod as well. There's also options to set up different hotkeys here in the settings, which if you do use different hotkeys, it's advisable to do. There's also a compatibility for gamepads down here at the bottom left. So if you use a gamepad, you can use one of these to add a bit better compatibility. The gamepads aren't fully compatible. There are issues when using hotkeys to switch weapons if you already have a weapon equipped. I had issues switching between the crossbow and the sword as normal when using a gamepad. What you have to do in a gamepad situation is use the groups from SkyUI instead of the hotkeys as normal. With the gamepad compatibility, there is two options. One, if you do not use werewolf or vampire lord characters, and one for if you do. So remember to select the right one in this instance. Also here on the miscellaneous, this is where the main debugging options are. You've got override sensitivity, which sets the time that a menu hotkey has to be held down to override automatic sheathing and unsheathing. So if you have any delay issues, try changing this setting. And this is the main one here, reset any stuck models. So if you do get any issues where swords or anything cross together or mold together, just go into the MCM menu, click on this, and it will reset the items on your character. It can happen still while using the mod. It just depends on the process and the way you've unequipped or re-equipped any weapons. Some weapons, it's just the sequence in which you're doing it, will cause some models to get stuck. And again, if you do have any overall problems with the mod after a couple of hours of play, just try doing the initial setup again to try and fix any issues. All in all, it's a really useful mod, especially if you play as one of these characters that has several weapons on their character. It's really useful to use. I definitely would recommend installing this mod, especially being to the fact that you're not going to get any stuck models on your character, which is game breaking, and I do like to have several weapons on my character at a time. It just gives that added adventurer, warrior type feel, and it adds to the immersion of the game. Once again guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please be sure to head over to the mod authors page, ask there, or post them in the comments below, as I may have an answer to the question. If I do, it will probably be from the mod authors page anyway, so always check there first. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and one more thing just before I leave you, I forgot about the werewolf changing. So I showed you with the mod disabled. This is with the mod on. And all the weapons have been removed, which, as you can agree, is a hell of a lot better and does not break the game. And now you're free to rampage as a werewolf without weapons sticking out of you. Oh, there's a guy with a crossbow. So, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.